Hi guys, Penny Rose Journals, how you doing? Okay, wandering around my craft room this morning. I didn't really have a plan today. This book caught my eye. I've got a lot of books like this. This cost me $2. And I know people have a problem with cutting up books that are perfectly good. But yeah, you get used to it as a junk jeweler. I no longer have an issue with it. I used to cringe, but yeah. The thing is, these are unwanted books. This would end up in landfill if I hadn't purchased it for $2. So, and I will use every single skerrick of this book. There is literally nothing that will go to waste here. So, I'm just going to cut out the signature block, and once I get that out, we'll continue on. This one was quite difficult, actually. It was quite tight in there, but it does come out. Anyway, I'll let you watch me struggle. Okie dokie, we're finally free. There's our signature block and there's our cover. Now I will use this cover to make another book at some point. Right at the moment I'll pop it aside. And yeah, here's our signature block. Now, I'll just tear off a few bits here because again, I'll even use those. They'll get thrown in my scrap basket here and stuck to something sometime. Anyway, I'm going to go through now and find the strings of the first signature. Like I say, this book is very tightly bound, so it was quite difficult to get to the strings once I found them. And they weren't that easy to find just quietly. So, yeah, when I've finally found them and cut through them, I'll remove the first signature and then we'll get to harvesting it for interesting elements. There we go. I found them. Now you can use a little pair of scissors to cut these. I don't know where I've put my little set of nail scissors that I normally use, so I just used my craft knife because it was sitting here on my desk. So just be careful when you're doing this. I know somebody will tell me that. Don't cut yourself. I don't cut myself. I don't know if the way I do things just looks particularly awkward and scary, but yeah, it's just the way I do things. So I am careful, even though it may not appear that way. Haven't cut myself yet. How's that? Alrighty, there's our last stitch, and I will pull out the pages one by one until I get to the end, and I'll pop the signature block aside and then we'll start harvesting. this is where decisions have to be made. I'm not sure what to do with this page. I like those roses, but this would make a nice envelope or something. So yeah, I'll put that one aside. I'll probably leave that one whole for now, until I find an application for either side. So on this page, the most interesting thing to me is the header, with that little sort of stamp, if you like, in the corner. It has a page number and a flower on one side and just a flower on the other side. So yeah, I don't know which side I'll use, but yes. Now I'll have a look at my words here and decide that spring is probably one that I would like to keep. So there we go for that bit. Now, we have here the rest of the page. Not really interested in any of this side except the little flowers down the sides. They're pretty cool. I like those. They're hand drawn, and yeah, they'll make nice little fussy cuts or faux postage stamps or whatever. So I'll take those, and I'll just cut them out in squares at the moment, and then I'll fussy cut around them later if that's what I'm going to do with them, or make them into postage stamps or whatever the fancy grabs me. Basically right at the moment I'm just harvesting things that are of interest. Okay, this page, I just found this leaf just gorgeous, so that's staying. I also chose to keep this little word down the bottom here, London. I pick and choose which words I keep. This might come in handy for a travel journal at some point. One thing I almost always keep, I think I did miss one on my way through here, but is the page numbers, if they're big enough. I like to keep page numbers, they're handy. And you'll notice I also, if there's two sides to a page and there's a picture on one side that gets cut and I still find what's left attractive, I will keep that too, because who's to know that it was a full picture that was cut in half. I will use it anyway. So I'm going to just fast forward this a little, let you guys sit and watch. I hope it's of use to you, and yeah, just remember, none of this gets thrown away. These offcuts get thrown in my scrap bin that lives next to me, and yeah, they will live on another day. Okay, guys, that's the first signature done. I decided to keep this page just as it is. It has some really nice elements in it. I don't know which ones I want to use. So yeah, that's 2 pages out of the first signature that I decided to keep whole. And then there's not really much on this page that's of interest to me, so I'll cut out a couple of little things, and then we'll have a look at all the bits and pieces. I won't go through them like one by one or anything. I'll just show you the little pile. There's the last piece coming out, and yeah, that lot goes into with the scraps. And this is what we have left out of the first signature, which is quite a bit of stuff, to be honest. And there's still umpteen signatures in that book to go through, so I'm not going to do it all on camera because we'll be here all week. So, and here's all the bits of paper that we actually have left, which is not really a lot more than what we kept, so I'm pretty pleased with that. Yeah, this will get used for backgrounds, it'll get used for kooky papers. I might shred it and make paper out of some of it. I use it for the backs of stamps, faux stamps that I make. Yeah, all sorts of things, so none of it goes to waste. But this is what we ended up with, so I think we did quite well. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was useful to you. I'll see you next time. Bye.